Well, good afternoon, everybody. I am student meteorologist Justin Williams here to give you today's North Georgia weather forecast. Let's take a look at our current temperatures right now. Here in the region, 76 degrees is what we are sitting here in Athens. But taking a look at the kings and queens of the high temperatures today, Monroe and Atlanta both sitting at 77 degrees. But the rest of everybody else on into the mid 70s. Even the northern parts of North Georgia on up there towards the mountains, they're in the lower 70s. It's normally a tendency for them to be a little bit lower due to the elevation makes them a little bit colder. But as we go into your pollen counts, I'll tell you something else that Atlanta is the king of. Most certainly pollen count. They broke an all-time record not too long ago for high pollen counts. And here we go. So right now, we're still experiencing that. We are going to be experiencing that classic North Georgia pollen, the springtime pollen counts. We're going to be experiencing that for the next couple of weeks, unfortunately. So there's really not going to be much of a break ahead. Right now, tree pollen counts are extreme. So are mold pollen counts. But don't forget about grass and weeds. They're still pretty substantial as well. Grasses are at moderate amounts and weeds are at high pollen counts as well. So all these combined, it is just an absolute party for your sinuses out there. It is not going to be a fun time if you guys are allergic to really particularly anything outside. But fortunately, some rain could be on the way going into the weekend that could help wash away some of that pollen, bringing some short-term relief. But that's just a tease though. As we go into tonight, mostly cloudy skies, 58 degrees here in Athens. A few places in North Georgia could see some spotty scattered showers, but nothing too much to wash away any of that pollen. And as we go into tomorrow, really the same thing applies. A couple showers could be on the forecast, but really low coverage, really scattered showers. Really not anything really worth mentioning. Mostly cloudy skies is going to be the majority for much of North Georgia, 80 degrees tomorrow. And as we go into your forecast map, I'll show you where some of the best places we could be seeing some rain tomorrow here in North Georgia. So the biggest one I'd like to highlight is up there in the northeastern part of North Georgia, up there in the Blue Ridge Mountains. They could be seeing most of the rainfall, but even then, not going to be a whole lot. For the rest of us here in North Georgia, I-20 up, you guys aren't going to be seeing a whole lot of rain, maybe just a few trace amounts here and there, an afternoon shower. We cannot rule that out. But as we go into Wednesday night, Thursday, we're going to be pretty much clear for much of North Georgia going into Thursday. But the big system, the system we're going to be keeping our eyes on, it's starting to ramp up here. So from Kentucky all the way down into western Tennessee on into Arkansas, they're going to be seeing a lot of rain with totals up to 10 to 15 inches up there in Kentucky could be expected by the time this is all said and done going into the weekend. But by the time it's all said and done into your weekend, it's going to be making its way on into North Georgia, bringing us some effects as well. It's still a little bit too early for us to identify those right now. But as we go into Wednesday or going into tomorrow and Thursday, we will be giving you guys a weekend outlook so you guys can know what to expect with this upcoming system. But as we go into your 7-day forecast in terms of temperatures, this is what you're going to be seeing. That 90 is really poking out at me. I'll tell you, that's not going to be, this is not April-like high temperatures. This is like June to July-like high temperatures. So we're getting a little bit of a taste of summer, unfortunately. But other than that, we do have highs on into the 80s, working their way on into 90, going into Friday and Saturday. But then Sunday, Monday, we're going to be seeing a little bit of a cool down with some rain and clouds moving into our region. But then by the start of next week, there are those spring-like conditions returning with highs in the 60s and lows in the 40s. So this is what you have to look forward to. Hopefully that rain will wash away all the pollen by the end of this weekend. Once again, I am student meteorologist Justin Williams. Stay safe out there and go dogs.